Okay, my first question is this lookalike combined audience. I was testing two different things. I'm now focused on just one ad set in hopes of getting out of learning.
Okay.
It was stuck in learning, so I made a significant edit on May 29th to put it back, or stuck in learning limited to put it back to 0 and have it build up to 50. But then it got pushed back into learning limited pretty quickly, even though I know this is kind of generating enough purchases. So I'm not quite sure why it's just immediately getting stuck back in learning limited.
Gotcha. So yeah, you generated enough purchases. Hover over that highlight again for the learning limited. So now that you turned off that other ad set, is this a CBO campaign?
No, it's not, I believe.
Oh, okay. $80 daily.
Yeah, 80.
Got it. Have you recently increased the budget?
I did. So that was a significant edit on May 29th in hopes of kind of resetting it and then letting it build back up to 50 over the next 7 days. But it didn't seem to give it enough time. And if I look at and inspect it here, I don't quite understand this because it was in learning phase all throughout here as well. Um,
Oh, okay.
so
So that was your recent significant edit.
May 29th, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, so you need to wait 7 days from that point and it'll exit learning if it gets 50 or more for sure.
Even if it says learning limited, like it's not even showing that count up towards the 50 optimization events.
Correct.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I thought once it was in learning limited, it was always stuck there.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, so just wait 7 days.
Yep, that's right. It looks good. It's at a 5.62. I mean, that's a solid return on ad spend, $8 cost per purchase. That should mean roughly 7 to 14 purchases a day. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna probably scale it once it gets kind of out of learning. That's my plan. Okay, that's good. My kind of follow-up question to that was how important is it for the ads themselves to get out of learning, or is the ad set the most important thing? Because I have quite a few ads still running here, so they're really never going to get out of learning, I think.
So when you have about 2 to 3 ads, you'll exit learning a lot easierly. But
Yeah.
exiting learning is really done on the ad set level, not the ad level.
Okay.
So they won't show independently, some in learning, some not. So you should be fine there.
Got it. Okay. Um, okay. Awesome. Okay.
And
So
if you want
focus on
to
the ad
look,
set level.
yeah, if you want to go back to those ads real quick, are you optimizing these?
I'm just kind of monitoring them and flipping the ones off that, yeah, because like there's just not a lot of spending happening on these, so that's the reason I haven't flipped them off just yet. Um,
Yeah, because you could very well be at above a 6x, very high up at 6x, probably like a 6.7. Yeah, on average, if you just cut a few more of these. Looks good.
like which ones would you cut? Looking at this here.
Keep going down.
That's it. This is the last one.
Do this month, or not this month, last month, since it's the new.
Last 30 days.
Yeah, that works. I wouldn't cut any.
Yeah, these are all doing pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't cut a thing.
Okay.
All looks good. I mean, 7.65, all those ones down there that have little spin, who cares? They got purchases. They're all like 11x plus. That's great.
Yep.
I wouldn't do a
Yeah,
thing.
I'm really happy
Yeah, I
with
wouldn't
those.
change anything here. This one's good. Leave it at, let's leave this one alone.
Um, and as far as, ad fatigue goes, are you looking on the ad level itself of frequency to determine when it's time to kind of swap out a new one or swap out an old one and put in a new one?
You have to find out what your frequency is. That's gonna start tapering off on results.
Okay.
It looks like that 2.18 you see there.
Mhm.
Click on that ad without loading it up. Just click on the little checkbox and then hit last 7 days. So 2.18, 6.45. All right, last 7. 3.77, and then hover over the frequency, 1.96. So your breakpoint looks like it's at, I just, for example, if we only went based off this one ad, which isn't a ton of data, but it's enough. Say it's a 2.18 frequency, that's when that creative gets fatigued.
Okay.
You can see that the returns have dropped after that point. But look what the Facebook system did in those last 7 days. It shifted more media dollars to the other ads you have because you have other winners. So it balanced itself
Right.
out.
Right. Okay. And
Yeah.
that kind of leads into my next question is I want to start experimenting with different ad formats, specifically animated videos, something I see our competitors doing a lot of. And so is the best way to test new creatives just putting them into existing campaigns that are already working and letting the ad spend just kind of happen?
Uh,
Because here's the campaigns I have running right
Not that
now.
one, not that one because it's working so well, right? Not that one, but into your interest testing, yeah, that's fine.
Throw it into interest
You know,
testing.
honestly, like at this point, like what's your, yeah, because all these are starting to scale up, or are you planning on taking this much higher on this city?
Not a whole lot higher, no.
Okay, would you say that like things are consistent right now for you, just by doing a little bit of testing?
Pretty consistent. There was a couple days, Friday, Saturday, where the ads were, I think they were like below what we're normally used to seeing, and then they kind of just bounced back.
Right, right.
Um,
But on a
I'm
weekly
assuming that's
basis.
normal. Yeah, on a weekly
Yeah.
basis, it's been fine, and I'm slowly kind of raising the ad spend. My focus is switching towards figuring out how to do other cities that don't necessarily know us quite as well. We talked about this last time, Vancouver, and then we're expanding to another province entirely. So more focus on budget going towards those cities.
Okay. And did you launch that into a different ad account?
No, I didn't. I'm just going to be actually flipped off the ads for Vancouver. They didn't do very well. And because we're working on basically just building out our infrastructure more over there so we can add a second delivery window. I think our ads are just going to be completely ineffective until we can add in, just make the experience better for our customers over there.
Mm-hmm.
In
Makes
Calgary,
sense.
we have like next day delivery for free everywhere in the city because that's where we are. Vancouver was there's one delivery day throughout the week. You're waiting up to 7 days to get your food once you order it.
Yeah. You could also have a Vancouver campaign that's like at $10 daily, that's like averaging like a 5x because it has such little spend. The system can just find like one person a day that gets you a high return.
Hmm.
It's one way to just stay a little bit present and just keep very, very minimal spend without, going heavy. So whenever you're ready
Well,
to go heavy, you can.
yeah, okay. I mean, I was kind of planning on just flipping these campaigns back on and trying again.
Mm-hmm.
Starting on Tuesday, like our conversions kind of go up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they fall off a cliff Thursday evening. Uh, but that's interesting. Okay, I might try that too. So as far as testing new creatives goes, you're saying don't put them into any of these kind of winning campaigns?
There's two things that could happen. One, it's you launch a second ad account strictly for testing,
Hmm,
test
okay.
ads, test audiences. You have as much fun as you want in there. You can get as creative as you would like because you're not running the risk of getting a mass disapproval and locking out your ad account. Because heaven forbid that would happen and you have all these campaigns finally at a stable number that are like producing on a regular basis and very close to exiting learning on many of these, right?
Does it knock you
So
back into learning just when you add a new ad
it
into
will,
the
it will.
ad set?
So you're always going to be disrupting it. So that's that way. Or if you've gotten to a point to where like you've pretty much mastered the science of testing your creatives where you understand, okay, if I launch this specific type of creative, it's going to perform quite well because we have one that's just like this, just like the same copy. We're just tweaking one little thing, then that's totally fine because it'll likely work just as well as the other one.
Right. Okay, but if it's completely new ideas, then a
Completely
different
new
ad
ideas.
account.
I'd recommend, yeah, and then really third option could be a campaign dedicated to testing only. But the only problem is that doesn't eliminate the risk of the ad account getting locked from having way too many ads being disapproved. So like if you have a high ad disapproval rate when you're running ads inside of a
Mhm.
campaign or ad account that's like you got it to a point where you're happy and you told yourself that if this ad account went offline tomorrow, like if you wouldn't feel sick about it, then I would say you're fine to
Mhm.
launch a campaign strictly for testing in here. But if you know
Okay,
you'd be
I think,
sick to your
yeah,
stomach for like if it got shut off for like 48 hours, then that probably means you need a second ad account.
right. Okay, our ads rarely, I don't think we've had one that hasn't been approved yet, so it should be safe.
Yeah, there you go.
Um, okay. And then my final question was, I'm just looking at my retargeting campaign. I mean, what is it doing overall? 2.89, which
Yeah.
is interesting. It's kind of dipped. So it was at, yeah, 5.43 over 30 days. Um, the
Get
one
your
that's not
frequency on this
performing,
level.
oh, sure. Frequency is 4.1. Um, this is
So,
not a CBO. Here, I'll show you the ad sets. Um,
oh, it should be a CBO.
oh, really?
Well, if you did that, it's going to force a spin into the bigger audience. But the thing is,
See, that's the thing is the bigger audience is the page view, which has the most spent, but page view is the worst performing.
go back to the campaign level, please. Uh, create two different campaigns for retargeting. One and make them both CBOs. One retargeting, which is strictly high funnel, which is going to be page views and view content, all of that stuff. You can go 180 days out if you wanted to, just super top level. People have seen the ads maybe once, right?
Okay.
Clicked on the site, checked it out, don't even know if they want to move forward, and have a very specific message for them at that point, okay?
Okay.
And then have a low funnel, which is going to be the one that's add to carts, purchases, add to carts and purchases if you wanted to. Initiate checkout also, those in there. And those can both be CBOs. That way, the CBO can effectively maneuver between those because now it's not worried too much about the audience size because you have a pretty reasonable audience size on those on the high funnel, and then on the low funnel side, they're also going to be pretty similar in size. So CBO will be effective that way. And you can also split out your messaging to be more accurate in both cases. And this will solve your return on ad spend problem. You'll see your returns grow on the high funnel and the low funnel.
Hmm.
Right now,
Interesting.
there's a lot of limiting behaviors here that's not letting the algorithm run.
Okay,
You could be
got it. I
hitting
mean,
big
effectively
things on
page
the add to
view.
cart. Yeah, like you could do it add to cart 7 and hit like 16, 20 Xers.
Hmm. Right.
Seriously.
So these three, initiate, checkout, add to cart, and purchase, those three basically go into a CBO. Page view goes into its own CBO by itself.
If you're going to do purchase, that would be a third one. Seriously, because then the third
Or
one for that purchase would have to be getting people to rebuy. Is that correct? Are
yeah,
they on
that's
a
right.
subscription plan?
No, most people are just kind of going week by week, but I mean,
So
we
I would
do
do that one
have,
at 180 day then.
okay,
Yeah, that one's going to be really well. And that needs to be in its own campaign as well. So 3 in this case.
And they're all CBOs, even if it's just one ad set.
Correct.
Got it.
That will
All
be
right.
a very, very well structured algorithm
Okay,
will be
so
able to
these.
maneuver, and the purchase one, that 1.7 will grow significantly because you're gonna have a much
Mhm,
wider range, and all those people who didn't rebuy after the first month about 180 days ago, if they want, they'll likely rejoin.
hmm.
And just make sure that you
Wow,
have
okay,
specific messaging. You can't use the same creatives. You got to do something unique. Unique copy, unique headline, unique, specific to those people.
got
For
it.
the purchase one,
Okay,
the the last 180 days, I would do something where it's like you're just breaking objections at that point. We're getting rebuys. Like, why do people buy from you guys?
uh, because basically it's the most affordable way to eat healthy in the city right now,
Okay, that's
and no
one. It's
subscriptions.
affordable, so that covers price. What's the other thing?
Other competitors that we do have kind of lock them into a subscription, so no
So no
subscriptions.
commitment. Okay. What's another one?
Um, that it supports local healthcare workers with every purchase they make.
That's not an objection, but
Oh,
that could work.
objection. Yeah, I mean,
If you, what
but if they've
about
already purchased,
is
do
it
you think they have
convenient?
a lot of? Oh yeah, it's very convenient. Yeah, so
So like you
wow,
could talk about the convenience aspect of it.
no cooking kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, like I'm sold into that stuff.
yeah.
Like zero cooking, I'm all about it.
Okay, yeah.
So like the
I,
convenience factor. Do y'all
so
do like,
180 on 180 days on this, 180 days on this.
mm-hmm,
Got it.
correct.
But so page view, wouldn't that be more about
You could do
what are
30
their
and
objections
180. You could do 30 and 180 for that one.
in
Yeah,
the
that
same
one's gonna have
CBO?
to cover objections too.
Yeah,
But the purchase one can be more specific because you already know they bought.
right,
So like, why is the reason why they buy a second time?
right.
So that's the part you have to figure out there. And it could be convenience. I mean, like, you never know.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
That'll
I'll
be
definitely do that.
that'll fix this retargeting. And there's nothing really super wrong with it, but I mean, it's just could be performing much better.
So does it matter if you duplicate this into a new campaign to keep the existing data there, or do you just start from scratch on everything here?
It doesn't work like that. What you could do is you could keep one of these and just turn off like say the purchase and page view and retitle this one like low funnel because you don't
For
want to
these
turn
two,
off
yeah.
the initiate. Yeah, you don't want to turn off the ones that are doing well. So I'd
Okay,
keep the
so
bottom two,
yeah,
retitle this campaign, then turn those two off and duplicate them somewhere else because there's nothing special about those returns right there.
got it. And then just turn this into a CBO with these two
Correct.
in here. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. I
And add
will,
a add to cart 7 day.
and it's not, you won't have too much audience overlap if there's add to cart 30-day and add to cart 7-day in the
Exclude the
same
7 day.
campaign.
Exclude the 7 day and the 30.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Sweet.
Okay, sweet. Thanks, Chase. I'm looking forward to seeing how that does. I'm gonna work on that right away.
Awesome. Nice.
Okay, all the best. Thanks so much for the help.
No problem.
All right.